This happened to me 3 months ago, and I still check my locks twice every night. I'm Darren, by the way. I work in accounting in Phoenix, nothing exciting usually. So I was driving back from Tucson after visiting my sister. She makes these amazing tacos, and I always stay too late eating them. It was around 10 p.m. when I left. The weather app said clear skies, but you know Arizona weather. It changes fast. About 20 minutes out, the sky just opened up. I'm talking about rain so hard I could barely see the car in front of me. My windshield wipers were going crazy, making this awful squeaking sound. I had to pull over twice because the highway was flooding, standing water everywhere. My phone started talking, rerouting me off Interstate 10 onto some back road. The map showed it as a shortcut around the flooding. Made sense at the time. The road looked normal on the screen, just a thin blue line cutting through farmland. Everything was fine for maybe 10 miles. Then my headlights hit this wall of black water. The road just disappeared under it. My car made this coughing sound and died right there. Just nothing. The engine wouldn't turn over. I tried calling AAA, but my phone showed 1 bar, then no bars. The rain was hammering my roof like rocks. Lightning kept lighting up these empty fields around me. No houses, no other cars, just me and this damn storm. That's when I saw headlights in my mirror. This pickup truck pulled up behind me. 2 guys got out and walked to my window. The driver was tall, wearing a baseball cap. The other guy was shorter, had a weird smile. They seemed helpful enough. "Engine trouble?" the tall one yelled over the rain. I cracked my window. "Yeah, it just died when I hit the water." "Happens all the time on this road," he said. "We'll call our buddy with a tow truck. You can wait in our truck if you want. Warmer than sitting here." Something felt wrong, but I couldn't figure out what. They seemed normal. Nice guys helping a stranded driver. But when I looked back through my rear window, they were just standing there, staring at my car, not moving. The rain was soaking them, but they didn't seem to care. The tall guy walked back to my window. "Tow truck's coming. Should be here in 20 minutes. 20 minutes became an hour. My phone died completely. Their headlights would go out for a few minutes, then come back on. Each time, their truck was a little closer to mine. By 3 a.m., they were maybe 3 feet from my bumper. I kept my doors locked and tried not to look back. The rain finally stopped around sunrise. I got out and started walking. Found a farmhouse about a mile down the road. This old man named Bill answered the door. When I told him what happened, his face went white. "Son, you're lucky to be standing here," he said. "That road's been a setup for months. They flood it during storms, wait for people to get stuck. Been at least 6 cars robbed. One guy's identity got stolen completely. He showed me a photo on his phone from the sheriff's department. Same pickup truck, same dent on the passenger side, same 2 guys standing next to a different stranded car. They know every back road in the county," Bill said. "Know exactly where people will get stuck." I never took that route again. Hell, I barely drive at night anymore. But sometimes when it storms, I think about those guys. How patient they were. How they knew exactly what they were doing. The scary part isn't that they were criminals. It's how normal they seemed. How easy it was to almost trust them. My name is Derek, and this happened to me last spring in Portland, Oregon. I still think about it sometimes when it rains hard. So I was driving home from my cousin's place around 9 at night. The weather forecast said light rain, but man, they got that wrong. Lightning was cracking every few seconds, and the rain was coming down like someone dumped a bucket on my windshield. My wipers couldn't keep up. Then my car just died, right there on Morrison Street. The engine made this weird clicking sound, and everything went quiet except for the storm. I tried starting it again, but nothing happened. My phone had like 2% battery left because I forgot to charge it that morning. I saw this bright sign that said, "Community Center, Emergency Shelter Open." People were running inside, all soaked and shivering. I figured I'd wait there until the storm passed or my phone charged enough to call someone. Inside, it was packed. Families with little kids, some homeless guys, a few college students. Everyone looked miserable and wet. The volunteer running things was this thin woman named Carol. She had gray hair pulled back tight and carried a clipboard everywhere. She kept telling people where to sit and asking for their names. That's when I noticed something weird. Carol would look at her clipboard, then pick certain people and tell them to go wait in the back room. She said transport was coming to take them to better facilities because the main room was getting too crowded. The back room had this single lamp that made everything look yellow and creepy. I was sitting near the front when I heard this old man, Eugene, asking Carol about his wallet. He said he put it right next to him, but now it was gone. Carol just shrugged and said people probably grabbed the wrong stuff in the confusion. Then this college girl, Maya, couldn't find her phone. Same thing happened to 3 other people who were waiting in that back room. Around midnight, I decided to ask Carol what was taking the transport so long. I walked to the back room, but it was empty except for a folding chair and that lamp. I found Carol in the hallway and asked where everyone went. "Oh, they were already picked up," she said, checking her clipboard again. "Transport left about an hour ago." But here's the thing that made my skin crawl. I had been sitting right by the front door the whole time. No bus, no van, nothing came to pick anyone up. The parking lot was flooded anyway. Most cars had already been moved because of the water. I asked Carol which company sent the transport. She got this annoyed look and said it was all handled through official channels. Then she walked away quickly. The next morning, I couldn't stop thinking about those missing people. I went to file a report, but the cops said the shelter was legitimate and everything checked out. Carol had all the right paperwork, apparently. But 2 weeks later, my neighbor who works at the gas station across from the community center showed me something. Their security camera caught footage from that night. During the worst part of the storm, when the thunder was really loud, you could see Carol leading a group of people to a white van with no license plates. The timestamp showed it was right when she told me they had already left. The thing that still bothers me? Eugene, Maya, and the others? Nobody ever saw them again. The police said they probably just went home, but Maya's roommate posted on Facebook looking for her for weeks. I drive a different route home now, and I always keep my phone charged. I'm Taryn, just a regular guy living in Erie, Pennsylvania. Last summer, a massive thunderstorm hit, knocking out power across town. It was late, maybe 10 p.m., and I was home alone, scrolling on my phone, the rain pounding like it wanted in. My old house creaked like crazy, used to drive my dog, Rusty, nuts, running across the floorboards at night. Anyway, the power cut out, and I was stuck in the dark, my phone at 12%. Then I heard trucks outside. Through the window, I saw guys in high-visibility vests, flashlights bobbing in the storm. They knocked, said they were a repair crew offering generator hookups for a small fee. I was relieved. Thought they were legit, you know? They said they'd check the attic vent and garage to secure the cables. I didn't think much of it. The storm was so loud, their tools banging around felt normal. They worked for hours, and I just sat there sipping a warm soda since the fridge was dead. After they left, the generator hummed outside. I noticed weird stuff. My ladder, usually in the garage corner, was by the attic hatch. A photo of my sister's wedding was face down on the shelf. The closet door was open just a crack. I figured maybe I was being paranoid. Storms make you jumpy, right? They left a receipt with Erie Quick Fix on it. I looked it up later. The company shut down months ago. The phone number? Burner. Went straight to some sketchy voicemail. Over the next week, shit got weirder. I kept hearing creaks, not just Rusty's usual scampering. Small things went missing. Screws from my toolbox, a stack of old envelopes with bank receipts, even my backup hard drive from the attic. I checked the attic myself. It felt wrong, like someone had been up there, moving stuff. The vent cover was loose, screws gone. I started locking every door, even during the day. My buddy Nate laughed it off, said I was losing it, but I couldn't shake the feeling those guys weren't fixing anything. One night, I woke up to a low hum, not the generator. It was 3 a.m., storm long gone. I grabbed a flashlight, heart pounding, and checked the house. Nothing. But outside, I saw a van parked down the street. No plates, just sitting there. I froze. Didn't call the cops. Stupid, I know. But I thought, what if it's nothing? I didn't sleep after that. Kept thinking about how those roofers had been all over my house, scoping it out while the storm covered their noise. They weren't repairing. They were casing the place, testing how far they could push without me noticing. Now, I check my locks twice, keep my hard drive hidden, and don't trust anyone showing up unannounced. I still hear creaks at night, and Rusty growls at nothing. I found a new screw in the attic vent last week, not one of mine. I don't know what they wanted or if they're coming back. I just know that storm gave them the perfect excuse to walk right in. Sometimes I sit up at night listening, wondering if they're still watching, waiting for the next blackout.